Today is officially Black Friday and it's the last chance to grab a nice PC deal. So if you're looking for a new pre-built gaming system and you missed out on the Black Week deals, then the best time to buy is right now. Now, picking the right PC deal is a challenge, especially if you don't have enough PC knowledge, since even though you might get a good deal in terms of a discount, that doesn't mean that the PC itself is the best one when it comes to price to performance, which is the most important metric when buying a new gaming system. Considering that in this channel I have reviewed many different pre-built gaming PCs, I put together the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals for you to get not only a great discount but also the best price to performance system for 1080p, 1440p and even 4K resolution. And of course I will show you the level of gaming performance that you can expect with each system in case you want to buy one of these, which by the way, the links to every single deal will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region, and I will be updating those links every single day until Cyber Monday, just in case you miss out on some of these deals or if for some reason you couldn't grab a Black Friday one. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. If you want the best price to performance deal, then I do recommend you getting this first one in this Skytech Assure 3. This PC right here comes with the Nvidia RTX 5060 Ti 16GB model, which is an amazing GPU for gaming at 1080p and 1440p resolution. In fact, I have tested this system myself and I was averaging really smooth frame rates at every resolution. At 1080p, of course, I was averaging the fastest performance, but I would recommend you playing at 1440p if you want the best mix between quality and performance. At 1440p, I was achieving very smooth frame rates even in the most high demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077 without any issues, and I could also play at 4K with the right settings in the LSS. So if you are using the right settings in most games, you are actually able to play with a 4K monitor as well, which is amazing for the price that you pay, which I will be talking about in just a second. Now for the CPU, you get an i5 14400F, which is a really nice CPU that's going to be really nice for esports shooters like Valorant and Fortnite if you want to achieve high FPS, and you get plenty of airflow with 3 pre-installed RGB fans and an aftermarket CPU cooler. Now the total price for this system is $1200 USD before applying the double discount that you will find down below in the video description, so the price after the discounts will be around $1,050, which is a really good price for a system that's going to perform amazingly well at any resolution. Now if you're looking for the best price to performance 1440p Ultra system, or you want to play at 4K at higher frame rates, I highly recommend you getting this next system on the list in the iViPower Element Pro gaming PC. This one is a Black Friday deal from Walmart and it has the Ryzen 7 7800X3D processor, which is one of the fastest ones for gaming in the entire market, and you also get the Nvidia RTX 5070, which is one of the best 1440p GPUs out there. With the 5070, you can expect very high frame rates in any game at 1440p, even the most high demanding ones out there. There will be no issue when it comes to those types of games, and you can also play at 4K 60 plus FPS on average if you are using the right settings. Now this system right here is also one of the fastest ones when it comes to esports shooters for the price that you pay, because as I said before, it has the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, so you will be able to max out games like Fortnite, Valorant, Counter-Strike 2 with a high refresh rate monitor, so feel free to go with a 540Hz display if you want to seriously compete in these types of games. Not only that, but this system also has 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, which is usually very expensive nowadays, and having 32 gigs of RAM is going to be ideal if you want to do more than just gaming, like streaming, multitasking, productivity work, content creation, or just anything that you may want to do that requires a higher memory intensity. You also get a 1TB SSD, and I forgot to mention you get a 360mm liquid cooler, which is going to be amazing to cool down this Ryzen CPU and also any other CPU that you may want to upgrade to down the line. Now the price for this system is $1,299, which is definitely one of the best PC deals I've ever seen in the entire market. Now if you want to play at 4K ultra settings and you want more of a price to performance system, so you don't want to go over $1,500 yet you want either the best performance at 1440p or really strong performance at 4K, I do recommend you getting the Skytech O11 Vision. This PC right here has the RX 9070 XT graphics card, which is the fastest one from AMD, and you will be achieving very high frame rates when it comes to 1440p ultra settings in high demanding games. In fact, you can expect around 120 plus FPS in these types of games at 1440p and over 80 FPS on average when it comes to 4K. As I said before, this system right here is amazing for 4K ultra settings in any kind of game, and you get a Ryzen 7 7700 CPU, which is one of the most power efficient CPUs in the entire market, and it's very fast for streaming, content creation and esports shooters as well, so feel free to go with a high refresh rate monitor if you want to play esports games. You also get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory with fast speeds, by the way, at 6000 MHz, which as I said before is very expensive nowadays, and you get a 360mm liquid cooler for that Ryzen 7 CPU, which is not going to be needed for this CPU in particular, but having a liquid cooler is always going to be a huge plus, especially once again if you want to upgrade your CPU to a more beefy one down the line. You also get one of the best top tier aesthetics in my opinion, with plenty of airflow, and the price will be $1,600 USD, but after you apply 2 coupon codes that you will find down below in the video description, the total price will be $1,450, and you can even go further and get a $50 discount if you use your email and get this system for around $1,400. This is amazing value because you're getting one of the best top tier graphics cards out there in the 9070 XT. If you prefer Nvidia instead, I completely understand that. In that case, I do recommend you getting the Lenovo Legion Tower 5 from Amazon. This one will perform basically very similar compared to the Skytech system, but you get the RTX 5070 Ti graphics card, which is from Nvidia, so you'll be getting a faster gaming performance when it comes to ray tracing. You also get the DLSS, which is the upscaling technology from Nvidia, and it works slightly better than FSR from AMD. So again, if you want an Nvidia GPU, this PC right here will be the better alternative. You also get an Intel Core Ultra 7 CPU, which is very fast, 32 gigs of RAM, and overall it's an amazing deal considering that you get the 5070 Ti, which is one of the fastest GPUs in the entire market for 1440p ultra gaming in just any kind of game, or 4K if you want a nice price to performance system for the highest resolution. Now the price for this PC right here goes for $1,680 by the time of filming, and please do remember that maybe when you're watching this, the deals are different. That's why I will be updating every single deal until Cyber Monday. That way you get the best deal by the time you're watching this. You will find all of them down below in the video description box. Now if you want a 4K high-end performance deal, I do recommend you getting the Skytech King 95. This one right here has the Nvidia RTX 5080, which is the second fastest GPU in the market right after the RTX 5090, so you can max out any game, 4K ultra settings, even the most high demanding ones out there, and you get a Ryzen 7 CPU alongside the 5080, so you get an insane CPU and GPU combo for the price that you pay, which I will be talking about in just a second. You also get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory once again, you get 2 TB of SSD, which is plenty of storage in case you want to do more than just gaming and install a bunch of programs, or maybe want to transfer heavy files at all times. Having 2 TB is going to be much better than having 1 TB. Of course, you get a 360 liquid cooler, which is going to make the whole aesthetic look much nicer, and as I've been saying throughout this video, it will make it easier if you want to upgrade your CPU long term. And the total price for this system, by the way, is $2,400, but after you apply the double discount that you will find down below in the video description, the total price will be around $2,150. And let me tell you, even though this system is expensive because it's over $2,000, having a 5080 for under $2,200 is unheard of in the pre-built PC market. Usually 5080 systems go for at least $2,500, so this is by far the best deal I've seen with the RTX 5080 when it comes to pre-built PCs. However, if you want to get the fastest performance out there with the RTX 5090, then I highly recommend you getting the HP Omen 45L. Now this PC right here will give you the fastest performance. You also get an insane amount of memory in 64 gigs of RAM, which is going to be amazing if you are a professional content creator or you want to perform any task that's very memory intense. And when it comes to gaming, since you get the 5090, you will be maxing out any game at 4K resolution ultra settings, because as I said before, it is the fastest one out there. Now you also get an Intel Core Ultra 9 CPU, which is going to be one of the fastest CPUs for multitasking and productivity work, and of course gaming, and you get 2 TB of SSD, which is plenty of storage. Now do not expect a 5090 system to be cheap. This PC right here is $4,150 after the Black Friday discount, so it's still very expensive, but it's definitely not super expensive compared to other pre-built PCs with the RTX 5090, which usually go for at least $5,000. And by the way, down below in the video description, you will find a bonus system for under $1,000 if you want a budget PC to play at 1080p resolution on high to ultra settings in high demanding games, or if you want to play esports shooters at 1080p and achieve 240 plus FPS on average without breaking the bank. And as I said before, keep in mind that these deals will not last for long, so I will be updating them as soon as possible if any of these deals go out of stock or they have a different price. And if you're willing to build a PC yourself, I do recommend you watching my video on the best value PCs that you can build this Black Friday and Cyber Monday season. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.